Hello. So I've fallen a bit behind with the videos since end of last week. It was a bit full end of last week, and then I had hoped that I'd be able to catch up on the weekend, but then I got a cold, which you probably can still hear in my voice. So this video is for the 16th of December, even though it's coming a bit late. And I hope you had enough impulses from the previous videos to, to work with in this meantime. Today I would like to do a few things for the neck, because I have the feeling also in the last few weeks that I gave quite a few sessions on the neck. Like people coming to me with tensions in the neck, pains in the neck, and the feeling of being very stuck here, also like not being able to really move so well. I think it's something that a lot of people are struggling with. Obviously, it doesn't get better with the amount of computer times most of us have, and also with the smartphone. So a lot of the times we're sort of holding the head in positions that are quite strenuous and getting so used to it that it becomes a sort of the normal position. And and this continuous tension there, it sort of gets stuck. But apart from that, I would say also that the neck is very much a place where we do a lot with that gets sort of connected with emotions, with feeling stressed, with trying very hard to concentrate, or with feeling sort of in some way also almost like threatened from outside, like someone almost as if someone is coming to grab your neck, or even like already grabbing your neck. So like sort of pulling together, it's a sort of this feeling. And because of that, I mean, obviously massage can be very good, or sort of like touch in the neck. I have the feeling though that just this trying to force tense points here in the neck to let go, that's sort of like trying to massage them out, that normally is not so helpful for the long run. But it's very much, I mean, also the base of body work to see what is there, or what is it connected to, and also to see very much how can we find a deep connection to this part, how can we feel into it, how can we really almost really emotionally allow the neck to let go, or to really show it that it's not needing to hold anymore. And so what I would like to do with you is a few very simple things. The first thing is simply to move the head from one side to the other very, very slowly, so much slower than I'm showing now, and not going, so you don't like push yourself to go beyond the point, like so. Wherever we're making a very smooth movement, and wherever it sort of naturally stops, where you would have to push a bit to go further, there you stop, so you don't push. So you just go to the natural sort of stopping point. And this can be very different from day to day, obviously, because like depending on what we've been doing, and depending on how we're feeling. So you just move your head from one side to the other. And breathing. And you can see also if you can let your breathing be sort of long. So see, maybe it can even cover one whole part of the movement. Like for me today, or during the cold, I will not be able to make the whole turn. So you see, however your state today is, your condition today, and I would make it just to the middle, and then like breathing into the middle, breathing out to the other side, and breathing into the middle, breathing out to the other side. I would do, but you can see whatever your works for you. So very slowly moving back and forth. And using this movement to sort of speak with the neck, going into conversation with the neck, so feeling how is it today? What different parts are sort of, can you feel more clearly? What kind of sensations are there? Maybe what parts are feeling a bit numb or holding or something, and then not trying to force them to let go, but saying hello to them through the movement. So like noticing them, really giving them attention. I notice with my breathing right at the moment that it actually feels more natural to breathe out, moving towards the middle for me. You can see whatever your breathing wants to do, and breathing in, going to the side. It's the opposite as what I was saying before. Just one more turn. You stop in the middle and you give yourself a moment of time again, just to feel into your neck, now without this conscious movement from side to side. You can see if you can sort of, from the feeling, like almost as if you're breathing into it, and giving it space, and giving whatever kind of sensations are there at in the neck at the moment, giving them space. With the breathing out, letting it be sort of sensitive, and very, very, very deeply sensitive, allowing it to be very much awake and sensitive. And then you can see what your body wants to do. It's like in my screenshot, I think. So you can see what your body wants to do with that. And again, like always, saying what has gotten louder, what is wanting to move now. And it can be small movements, even almost not in like, or even invisible, sort of invisible movements, like small trembling almost, or like a cold shower over the, not even sure that it's called like that, but like this feeling of goosebumps or something like this. So you can see whatever comes, or maybe it's big movements, like the feeling of me wanting to stretch out, or yawn, stretch up. Maybe your legs want to move, whatever has sort of is telling you that it wants to move at the moment. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to feel the connection, the whole connection. So not only very much, we're almost like segmenting the neck when we're feeling the neck, we feel only this part, sort of this sort of connection, and it's almost then as if our spine finishes here, and then there's this sort of like extra part to it on top, which is sort of stiff. So I want you now to feel how it's connected to all the spine. So like the spine going all the way from the tailbone, and the spine goes all the way. It's just, I mean, obviously I know that you know this, but from the feeling. So the spine going all the way from the tailbone and all the way up until where the head starts. And it's actually finishing not here at the back and out, but I mean it goes further into the body. I mean, if you feel your neck here, you feel how the last vertebrae or the last points is sort of like, you can't really, like further down you can touch them, you can feel the vertebrae, but further up they're further into the body. So it's almost like it finishes inside the body. And you can feel all the stretch, all this length of the spine. And you take a few moments now, like we take a few moments to just feel, to breathe. Wherever breathing in, we're letting each vertebrae, or the space between each vertebrae, grow a bit bigger. So it's almost as if they're like filling with warm air or something, or they're being sort of very gently sort of stretch out from each other without you having to sort of like try to push yourself, like put muscle force into trying to make yourself bigger, but just this breathing into them. And breathing out, you can feel how you can sink down, and almost like with the image of a tree. So you can imagine that your tailbone is like the bottom of the tree, and it's, with every breathing out, you can allow it to sort of sink into the ground and grow roots. So it's connecting. So probably depending on your sitting, it's not that the tailbone is in connection to the seat. Most of the times it will be a few centimeters above. You can even go down and touch your tailbone and see it's not direct connected, but your feeling now is as if it's stretching down and it's going down into the ground with every breathing out. And at the same time, when you're breathing out, so every breathing in, it's becoming space, and every breathing out, you can sort of let your body sink down, and at the same time, the spine automatically wants to grow upwards. It's sort of like stretching upwards without you having to make any muscle efforts to do it. It's just naturally wants to go upwards. So breathing in, having space. Breathing out, growing roots down into the ground from the tailbone and growing upwards into the sky. Breathing in and having space. And breathing out and letting the body just hang on this tree that is growing roots down and growing branches, or growing the trunk up towards the sky, without you having to make any effort. And in this way, a few more breaths, just feeling how the neck can be part of this big tree. And that simply has its own dynamic, its own sort of strength, its own aliveness. Now let go of that image for a moment, or you don't even have to consciously let go of it, but you can start to just to see again what your body wants to do with that. What has gotten sort of more loud through it, and through this imagining, and through the breathing, and see, or maybe your branches, your arms want to stretch out maybe to the sides at the moment. Maybe you want to have more space. Maybe you're a big old tree with branches that are going in all directions. Maybe your legs want to move. Maybe your shoulders want to move. Maybe your jaw wants to move. Your head. So I hope you enjoyed that. As always, feel free to leave me. I'm not sure if you can leave a comment actually in the YouTube channel, but you can always send me a message or get in contact. And the contact details are on my website. And feel free also to send if you have something that you want to, a specific part of the body, or a specific something that you like, a subject that you would like me to address in one of the next videos. There are still 8 videos to go, so I'd be happy to address that if you want to. And have a lovely time until tomorrow.